how to stop choosing the wrong thing. Even though you were so close to choose the right thing for you, and then you change your mind in the last second and you choose the wrong thing for you. How to rely more on your gut and how to make more precise decisions the way wealthy people make it in this world. Hi, my name is Irina and I am a certified life coach and a student of psychology, self-development, anything and everything. So this is information that kept showing up to me lately, and this is something I implemented in my life more than a year ago, and it served me to perfection. And I see this struggle in many people, my friends, family members, when they have to make a decision. It is like days and weeks and months of thinking and rethinking and overthinking. And brain, as it is the most powerful, one of the most powerful and used organs in our body, why do we decide to submit all of our life choices, life decisions to one organ? This never made sense to me when my mentor said it to me. Why do people just listen to one of organs? It is just an organ, and it have been served as well. And we do live in a society where using your brain is it pays you money, and we've been taught to use our brain from school, from middle school, and it's very useful. Like, we still need to use our brain. Don't get me wrong, but why does our brain get us wrong directions? Because it is limited, and as I said, it's only just one organ. How would it look like for you? How did it look like for me to make decisions with multiple organs? I know, it may seem silly, it may seem crazy, but listen, there is a science behind all of this. And the science says that heart is 10 times stronger than the brain. So if we are all made up of energy, which is proven, our heart field is much more stronger than our brain field. And there's Heart Math Institute, you can check this online, all of it's research, to prove that not only asking our brain, asking our heart, our gut, some people call it gut, some people call it heart, some people call it intuition. It is different for different people. But to get the best result, to choose the best path, we can't just make the decisions from like neck up. We have to involve all of our body, because at the end of the day, our brain is limited. There is only 12% of the brain is active. Our evolution is limited. Even though in evolution we came a long way as a species, the longest way from all other animal kingdom, we're still evolving from day to day. And using our brain does not suit us anymore. Why? Because it did suit like people 50 years ago, 20 years ago, 100 years ago. Now we are coming into this era where we have artificial intelligence who works similar to our brain, to our intelligence. So the only difference truly between us and artificial intelligence is the gut, is the intuition, is that something more, not just brain, that we can start using, that we can start leading our lives with. And I know this all sounds woo-woo, but this is the information I first heard from my mentor, and now I am reading it in a book and I'm just blown away. When we make a decision and it turns out to be the wrong one, which I don't believe the wrong exists, but most of the world believes, so it turns out to be the wrong one, and then we tell ourselves, I was so close to choosing that other right path. Why did I not do it? Because there's something that stops you from going the right path, and that is your brain. Because as I said, our brain is limited. We all know that exercise, when you divide paper on two and you write the pros and cons, and your brain does that. But your brain only does that through the lens of your past experiences. So there's no way that you can have that many past experiences and see the things objectively. Because if you ask your friend, should I choose this or this? Should I choose this job or that job? The answer, whoever you ask, the answer would be different, because we all see our life from our own lenses of the past experiences, belief system, values. It's just different for everybody. So there is no true way to learn, like to figure out with your brain, is this good or not for me? Why? Because our heart is much stronger field than our brain. It is more than 10 times stronger than our brain. And this is all science, Heart Math Institute, check it out. And we all know we're made from energy. So our brain spends our brain is only 2% of our mass, but it spends 25% of our energy intake trying to figure out things. And it's very limited in figuring out things, because we can only figure out things we already have history with, we already witness. It is very rarely that our brain can come up with new ways of thinking or solution or figuring out. So the thing I was doing, implemented in my life for more than a year, maybe 2 years, I'm not sure how long, but this completely changed the way I make decisions, and I can 100% sure, what the fuck. I can say it with so much certainty that my decision making became faster, became more easier, it became more precise, with not just making decisions with my brain, which I still involve, but also making decisions with my body, other organs. So implement more than one organ in your decision making, because why would we submit all of our life decisions from only one organ that is limited, but the heart have the stronger field than our brain? It does not make sense. Even just thinking about it, think about it for a second, does not make sense. So to kind of like truth test it, this is how my mentor calls it, Mina Irfan, to truth test. If you, for example, have to choose between two coffees, Americano and cappuccino. So first, this may take a little bit longer to kind of like learn to do. So you close your eyes, and then whatever you have to do to stop your brain from overthinking, you can put your thoughts into the box on a high shelf. You can just breathe, relax into your seat, whatever it does it for you. And if you can so you have two choices, left and right choice, Americano and cappuccino. And if you imagine yourself having the first choice, Americano, how do you feel when you have it? I feel kind of like bitter, my stomach hurts, it's sour as well. My mouth is sour as well. I can taste my toothpaste. Okay. So we experience the first choice, we put it away. And then we see the second choice and we imagine ourselves having the second choice. Cappuccino in this case. I'm just smiling now, like, oh, the froth is like so fluffy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy. Like I feel excitement and joy inside of my body. And if we go back in, which one would you choose? The one that makes you excited, joyful, happy? Or the one that makes it bitter, sour? And these two choices, so you can truth test anything inside of your life. The best way to do this is to start with the smaller things, smaller life decisions, just so you kind of like understand what is happening inside of your body. And then after 5, 10, 15 tries, you'll get more familiar with the feelings and you will not have to close your eyes. You'll just know, you'll start living your life, making decisions, exercising that muscle, that organ inside of your body for making decisions from neck down. Because all of our life, for how many decades we lived on this planet, we've been exercising one muscle only. Okay, this is starting to be confusing. Our brain. Everybody taught us how to use our brain to learn a new skill, how to use your gut, how to use your heart, how to use your intuition. We all have intuition. It is just the matter of tuning in to the different parts of us, not just brain. They can make decisions as well. And they made, you all already know, you wouldn't be watching this video that you didn't know that your gut knew better than your brain in the past while making decisions. So why different people call it different things, like gut or intuition or heart, it's because it feels a little bit different in everyone. And that's why you have, if you want to, if this really resonates with you, making decisions quicker, more certain, with more clarity, you have to start practicing it within yourself. There's no like one size fits all, because we're all different. But I promise you, why do very successful people, think about this, billionaires and millionaires, they make loads of more decisions than us each day, every moment of the day, and they have to make it with certainty. And not any AI, in artificial intelligence, can do that. Because even looking at the world today, there is always like pros and cons to everything. This diet is good because of this, and then you have 10 more articles why it is not good for. And then you have, oh, this exercise is good, this and this, and you start doing it, and then you read 5 more articles why this exercise would be dangerous for you. There's so many information, and in the world of information, we can't, it is much louder, it is much more difficult to make the decision with just one of your organs, your brain. Because brains do consume information, but to find that clarity, everything in life can be good for you or bad for you. Good for somebody or bad for somebody. But if it's good for somebody, it does not mean it is good for you too. If it's bad for somebody, it does not mean it can be bad for you. You have to decide that on yourself. And yes, we do learn by trial and error. And eventually you would find your path, just following your brain, making failures, trying again. But why would you do all of that when you can make decisions with more than one organ of your body? More intelligence. Okay, we have artificial intelligence, and we are so sick of using our brain. We are getting sicker every day for like brain overload, overwhelm, using our brain for so much. But where is like human intelligence, body intelligence? That is something that robots don't have, but we do. And this is the best time for you to start accessing it, because in the future, our brains, artificial intelligence, thinking would be so cheap. It already is, but we have something more. We have that gut feeling, we have that intuition, we have that spark inside of us that cannot be manufactured. So I truly do hope you enjoy this. I would love if you leave a comment, subscribe, so more people can see that, like it, and I'll see you soon.